Without a doubt, the page you'll use the most as you develop your website is the basic interior one page. So it's not a home page, it's all these other pages, unless you've used a majors template or faculty profile or one of our other templates. But the majority of pages in your website are really these basic interior page ones. We're going to go ahead and make one right now. Add content. And let's go ahead and give this a title. It's always important to associate it with your group, and you don't have to worry about this at all because we made your whole group private as you built in the group settings. Now I'm going to deal with just some content, and as I mentioned in my editor's toolbar tutorial, you can go ahead and, if you copy and paste from a Word document, use the Word clipboard so it will strip out all that Microsoft code. So I'm going to put something in the introduction. And then I'm going to, just for the sake of example, copy a little more into the body. These tips are invaluable as you go through it. I'm going to go ahead here, and I don't quite know which template I'm going to use yet. I'm kind of letting my content feel it out. And obviously, we have to suspend reality a little bit because I'm not building an actual UVM website. But as you start to add a little bit of content, you'll quickly see these tips beneath it prove invaluable once again. So I'm putting some items in. I've added another item, and I'm putting just history item 1 and history item 2 into these interior info bands. There's a place for an image, and if you want to put an image, it will actually give you your image tip. If you've used full width main content area template or 2-column content area template, the image size should be this. Now, what do those mean? What I like to do is I click right on the word and it'll take you to an image of the template. So that's the full width main content area template right there. Oh, and look, you can see the interior info band title 1 is listed there. So that's what the image would look like, and that's what the content would look like. So I really recommend putting some content in and then playing around with the different displays. So accordion content. What's an accordion? Let's find out. Accordion item 1. And we're going to put just a little bit of text in. And then down here we have an area called lower body. What's a lower body? Well, let's find out. I'm going to go up here to my secondary content tab. Quick links. Okay, that sounds good. Whenever I'm kind of playing, I'll just put a link to the UVM homepage as a placeholder. Whenever you need to add another field, you just click on Add Another Item. Let's see what else is in this secondary content page. Right sidebar. Put a little bit of content. We have to always give ourselves the proper HTML markup. This isn't the first thing on the page, so I'll probably give it about an H3 in descending order of importance. So accordion secondary content. Notice I'm skipping all of the places where you can add images, but that does not mean you can't go back and do it. And when you do, be sure to follow the image tip size, because we even have that for sidebar images. This is news category to display on the page, so you would go ahead and type something in that's related to yours. The Bee Gees in this example does not have a news category, so I'm going to skip it just for the sake of example. So let's go back up here and make sure we have this page in our menu so we can find it easily. We'll make sure it's under about. Now let's go ahead and save. My process is to publish. You'll have your own as you work through this. Now let's kind of look at this page that we've made. It's a little bland looking. I didn't do images, but let's kind of look at where our copy ended up. So here we are with history item 1. I think we expected these info bands based on what we were playing around with. Here's my accordion item, and so now you see an accordion is a way to stack content and hide a little bit underneath it, so you can have prominent headers. And then here's our lower body copy. So now we know that that's something that just always ends up low on the page. But what happened to my sidebar? Let's go back in and look. So if I go here to the Customize Display tab, I'll see that I'm set to the full width main content area template. So I didn't select something that had a sidebar. So if I go down here and select 2-column content area, or even the 2-column content full width top image, let's do this one for now. And select Save. I can now immediately see all of my right sidebar content show up. What is this? It's an accordion in your sidebar. So I would go about the task of putting content in and just kind of playing around. You'll see that sometimes the fields mean different things in the different templates. So if I selected this full width top image mid-page slider one, I'll see quickly in the thumbnail that if I have a full width image, it would fit really beautifully at the top of this one. But I'm just curious what will happen to my content. So what it did is it took those info band fields and it turned them into sliders. And this is a really fun way to display content, and you can even put images in these sliders as well. A lot of people like this layout, this particular layout, who want the feel of a home page on an internal page. So they want to make that basic interior page feel important with a nice big wide image. Let's see what else we have here. So the 2-column content area top image or video slider gallery, this actually turns this top photo into a slider of either images or videos. Full width main content area. So that's the one we had in the beginning. So you can see that a lot of these fields are going to show up in every one of the templates. So you can have accordions in every template. You can have interior info bands in every one. It might not look the same in each one, but it's a really fun thing to play with. And don't forget, within each of the tip sections, you have links to what will this field, this info band field, do in this particular layout. And you just link and go look. We hope this is helpful.